We have Head of Department of Media and Communication, Dr. Zafar Iqbal. We have Mr. Afzal Bhatt, President Press Club of Pakistan. We have Mr. Parvez Shaukat, President Federal Union of Journalists. We have Justice Retired Shaukat Khan Abbasi. We have Mr. Matiullah Jan. We welcome all of you. And we also have Dean Faculty of Social Sciences, Nabi Baksh Jumani. Now I would like to request Head of Media Department, Dr. Zafar Iqbal, to speak on the topic and also to welcome all of you on behalf of Department of Media and Communication, International Islamic University.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Justice Retired Raja Shaukat Abbasi Sahab, Matiullah Jan Sahab from Jan News, Parvez Shaukat, Pakistan Federal Union of Journalists, Professor Nabi Baksh Jumani, Dean Faculty of Social Sciences. I welcome all you on board. I welcome you in the Department of Media and Communication Studies. On this special occasion, that is to discuss the issues that related to media and the need for a press council in Pakistan. So I'm grateful for all of my guests to be here, to be with us in the Department of Media and Communication Studies and to share their opinion about issues in the media and the need for a press council with the students of Media and Communication Studies especially, and those from other departments as well. So I welcome people from other departments and students from the Department of Media and Communication Studies. When we talk about ethical issues, so that's a very big canvas. There are many issues nowadays that we are confronted with the media, that we are confronted with in terms of the ethical issues and the problems that are coming from the media side. When I will be going to talk about ethical issues, that doesn't mean that I will be going to criticize media ruthlessly without looking at it and what are the positive sides of the media. But today's topic is primarily to discuss issues that are related to media, and primarily we are there and we are gathered here to learn about it, that what various issues of ethical nature are there that we are mostly confronted. So we'll be focused on that only, and if I have to talk on what are the positive sides of the media that the media are doing. I mean, the process that the media has started in the country of democratization, making people aware about the social issues, getting people closer to the leaders, those who are holding the reins of this country. So this is a tremendous task that the media are doing, and this is totally unprecedented. I mean, a country like Pakistan, where we have not been equipped with the kind of political things and political discourses that are going on in the country earlier. But with the advent of new technology, with the advent of a lot of media in the country, now we have come across a lot of things which are very positive. But I will focus myself on today's topic that has to do something with the ethical issues. And I will be discussing some of the ethical issues in a very short, in a very brief way, because I will be giving more time to my guest over here, because I think we most of the time meet each other and talk on various social and political and as well as issues about media. But here we are here to listen to our friends coming from the media side and coming from Pakistan Press Council. I think free speech and the media, अगर मैं थोड़ा सा इस पे बात करूँ very briefly, because there are not many things out of which I am taking this as the first one. I think that we normally think that the media are most of the time creating a situation for being libelous, and defamatory for political figures, for various important personalities of this country. So somebody has said that truth is never libelous. Truth is truth, and it hasn't to do anything with the libel or defamation. But once it is proven to be a truth and nothing else, if it is free from propagation, if it is free from any kind of adulteration in truth, then there is no question of any kind of libel and defamation. And media should be completely free to discuss the issues that relates to the nation, that relates to the country, and that relates to the people of this country. So there is no question that media should not be to discuss these all issues with the people and to bring the people on board about the issues of national concern. Here, I think the media should be given absolute power to discuss issues. Media should not be hindered about divulging the truth to the people and discussing the issues which are very important and very important for the country and for the nation. So here I will quote an example that what kind of freedom we are talking about and what kind of absolute freedom we are basically thinking about that media should be given. So I would quote one line, probably that's not exactly the same line that has been said by the author of On Liberty, John Stuart Mill. He once said, and that's in his book On Liberty, a very small book available, very cheap rate in the markets. He once said that if one person is going to stop the whole world speaking truth, if one person is going to stop the whole world speaking truth, so what a big kind of criminal and what a big dictator he would appear to be. The same level of dictator will become the whole world if that is going to stop one person to speak about things that he wants to. I mean, so this is something completely absolute. I mean, there should not have any kind of restriction on speaking truth. But he has gone up to this level, even he is not talking about truth, but still he must be given a right to talk about the thing that he thinks is right. So right to talk about the thing that you consider right, that should not be restrained and that should not be refrained. Same level of freedom we have to give to media, because media are the institution in a society that have to work on behalf of the people of the country, people of the nation. So we have to give this kind of authority to media, this kind of responsibility to media to talk about truth. But this has been really very unfortunate in our country, that there has been not a single law that is there to protect the freedom of media in the country.
This is very unfortunate. Of course, there is a 19th Amendment that talks about that freedom is given, but subject to, there are certain restrictions as well. There are certain exceptions as well. And these exceptions, of course, can be utilized for any kind of environment that you feel that the media should not intervene into. I mean, if you have to talk about military, then of course you are coming in the ambit of 19th Amendment, coming into the ambit of Article 19. So Article 19 giving you a freedom of speech and freedom of media, it guarantees, but at the same time that talks about some exceptions as well. So, but certain examples from the West are there. And we have then a series of laws that are there to restrict media to talk about the issue that they like to. Freedom is normally curtailed and restricted and controlled with the use of those ordinances, those martial law regulations, those acts that are there as part of our constitution, as part of our major laws and the minor laws. I give you one example of the US Constitution. The First Amendment, probably introduced some 150 years back. That first amendment was talking about that the Congress will make, I mean, you see, the kind of thing that they have done and the kind of thing that they are talking about and the kind of, you see, the vision that they had about their media, the vision that they have about their press. You can imagine with this statement. The First Amendment in the US Constitution says that Congress shall make no law abridging and curtailing the freedom of speech and press. Imagine. And after that, there doesn't seem to be any need. I mean, then there is no law that can be made. There is no law that can be enacted to control the freedom of media and restrict the media and control the media through any means. So this law is sufficient to give complete freedom to media. And most of the time, whenever there was any kind of move from the US side, from the US government side, to enact any kind of law that is there to control media activities, that has always been rebutted by the courts of that country by using this First Amendment, by referring to this First Amendment. So that is the biggest guarantee that is available in this part of the world that we normally call as the developed. Same is there in the UK. What do they talk about it? They say, facts are sacred. If I have to quote Scott, the first editor of the Daily Telegraph. Once he says, facts are sacred and comments are free. And that has been now taken as a rule, as a convention in the Europe. That if you want to criticize anything, you are free, you can criticize as much as you want to. The way you want to, you are completely free. Media are completely free in criticizing each and every activity of the government and of the society and whatever is coming to them. But as far as question of facts is there, you need to be very careful. You need to be investigative. You need to work on it. You need to be very cautious about bringing those facts to the people because these are very sacred things. Well, you see, if you just take an opposite picture of the situation in Pakistan, we probably do not normally ratify the facts. We do not probably investigate the facts and immediately go for a breaking news. Probably if you watch on TV in the prime time, I'm sorry with my friends, those who are coming from media side, but it has become something very normal that after, if you just count it, probably I will give this a research topic to one of my students in the media department, that you have to see it in the prime time, how many breaking news are there. I mean, this is something very strange to talk about the breaking news. You have a very serious talk going on and the program is altogether shut down because of the breaking news. And breaking news is that there has been found a manhole completely open and CDA and Lahore Development Authority and WASA that are responsible for that. And you see the people are now there and there is a sort of danger that the people are facing. So this is a breaking news. I mean, we have to just talk about it, that what is breaking news. And at times we normally push our people, those who are working in various sensitive areas. We put them in a kind of danger. You might have come across some deaths as well. Those who have been killed in the dispensation of their responsibility because they were hard pushed by their organization to go for any kind of breaking news. So they went to the criminal dens, they went to the Taliban dens, and then they got themselves killed. So breaking news syndrome, of course, is a very important issue. And that's basically an issue where the people are involved. I mean, the media are going to wage war on the people. If that kind of thing is there, then definitely there is something of war that is going on the people. Why we talk about war on terror? What kind of this war that the media are basically engaged in when they are going to have that kind of thing with the people of this country? And there doesn't seem to be any kind of advocate from the people's side to talk about with the media and to get engaged with the media that what you are doing, how you should treat us. Of course, we are the captive audience. Of course, we do not have any other options available with us. Or all channels, if you go and look at them, so you will see that all our channels, one of my friends, he was coming from the United States. He was there in Pakistan, living with me for a couple of days. And I put him on because he was a person from the mass communication. तो वो मुझे कहता है कि डॉक्टर साहब, आप मुझे बता रहे हैं कि ये आपके न्यूज़ चैनल्स हैं. I do not see anything related to news. यहाँ पे तो सारी एड्स लगी हुई हैं. यहाँ पे तो सारे अजीब अजीब किस्म के प्रोग्राम्स आ रहे हैं. हम सब उम्मीद से हैं, हम सब फलां हैं. उसने कहा कि यहाँ पे न्यूज़ कहाँ है? और हर थोड़ी देर के बाद को ब्रेकिंग न्यूज़ आती है, तो दिस इज नॉट समथिंग ऑफ नेशनल कंसर्न. That has to do something with something very low. So I think they are having some problem with 24/7. उन्होंने ये कहा कि शायद हो सकता है कि इनके साथ 24/7 का जो प्रॉब्लम है वो आ रहा है. इनके पास तो अब शायद मैन पावर नहीं है, शायद स्किल्स की कमी है, शायद वो नेक की कमी है जिसकी वजह से कोई चीज डिग आउट करके लोगों तक पहुंचा सकें. तो आप मुझे न्यूज चैनल पे छोड़ के गए हैं. एंड अनफॉर्चुनेटली आई डू नॉट सी एनीथिंग रिलेटेड टू न्यूज. यहां पे आपकी खबरें जो है वो इंडियन के शोज दिखा रहे हैं कि मुनी बदनाम हो गई, वो चल रहा है. हर रोज अगर आप देखें तो इस किस्म की चीजें आपको हर मीडिया पे मिल रही हैं. और फिर साथ साथ अगर आप इस चीज को भी एनालिसिस करने की कोशिश करें कि हाउ मच ऑफ द टोटल टाइम दैट द टेलीविजन इज ऑन इन द प्राइम टाइम, लुक एट इट दैट व्हाट इज द कंटेंट होल इन इट एंड हाउ मच इज द एडवर्टाइजिंग होल. एडवर्टाइजिंग को अगर निकाल के देखें और जो कंटेंट्स हैं, जो मीडिया कंटेंट्स हैं, उनको अगर हम निकाल के देखें तो यू विल फील अ ह्यूज डिफरेंस. तो मेरे ख्याल के मुताबिक ये सारे इश्यूज हैं that requires something to be seen. We probably need to see it. We need to investigate it. We need to, of course, talk about it. ये रेटिंग की हम बात कर रहे हैं, दो पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज के लोगों को हम आपस में बिठा के, अब ये बड़ी अनथिंकेबल सी बात है कि अगर एक तरफ मैं पीपीपी का बंदा बिठा दूं, दूसरी तरफ पीएमएलएन का बंदा बिठा दूं और इनसे सवाल करो, इनका जवाब एक हो. Even you show them white, they will be saying, one will say it's white, another will say it's half white. They will never come on one point together. Whether the issue is of a national standard, whether issues of some local level. ये कभी हो ही नहीं सकता. तो फिर क्या होता है? A sort of brawl, I'm sorry using this word for them, a sort of brawl that will go on the media. And of course then we are forced to see it. So that will result in what? By declaring the people, those who are very little, very low in character, they are unable to understand the issues of this country. So that's why we do not see any issues-related discussions on media. Why? When there is any kind of thing that has to do something with the politics, why a professor of political science is not called over there? There are a lot many people, those who can talk about politics, and they can talk probably hour and hour. They can keep you busy for overnight time. Why I'm getting always exposed to the people, those, I mean, there are a few faces. If you count, then probably you will not feel that your fingers are over in counting. And they are the people, every time you are seeing them, you are watching them, and they are having any kind of a very heated debate and altercation on various political issues with each other. We need to talk about that because we are, being an individual, being a subject of this nation, we are basically the object of our media. We have to talk about it. We have to raise our voice on this. We have to get ourselves sensitized on it. And then again, I'm coming to a very important point, a very important case. I will try to make my talk short here because I would like to give my friends time to talk about the issues. There are at times, अब मैं एक इंडिविजुअल के तौर पर विदाउट एनी इन्वेस्टिगेशन और विदाउट एनी ऑथेंटिसिटी अगर कोई चीज पब्लिश हो जाती है तो उस पे हमारे हवाले से कोई लाइबल केस या कोई डेफेमेशन का केस नहीं बनता. ऐसी एग्जांपल्स अगर आप कोट करते हैं, अगर आप देखें तो शायद पाकिस्तान में आपको बड़ी कम एग्जांपल्स, आप 1947 से लेकर आज तक की डेट में उठा के देख लें कि पाकिस्तान में लाइबल के और डेफेमेशन के कितने केसेस रजिस्टर्ड हुए हैं. यू विल सरप्राइज टू सी कि आपके ये फिगर्स जो है ना वो 2 से 3 नहीं होंगे फिगर्स. 2 फिगर्स से डाटा आपका 3 फिगर्स तक नहीं जाएगा लाइबल केसेस में पाकिस्तान में. मैं आपको एग्जांपल देता हूं एक और कंट्री की, यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स की, जहां पर 1890 से लेकर 1899 तक लाइबल केसेस की और डेफेमेशन केसेस की आप हिस्ट्री उठा के देख लें तो यू विल बी अमेज्ड टू लिसन टू इट एंड सी इट. 1890, मोर देन 120 इयर्स बैक, 120 साल पीछे यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स के अंदर, when they left their media and the people to negotiate with each other on the issues of ethics, where media are supposed to give things to the people and where the media should not talk about issues because that is going to infringe into the affairs of the people and they will be, of course, committing libel and defamation offenses. 1890 में more than 300 cases रजिस्टर होते हैं यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स की कोर्ट में. 1890 में ये फिगर इंक्रीज होता है और ये इंक्रीज होता होता 1899 तक चला जाता है को 900 केसेस तक इन अ ईयर. 900 केसेस ऑफ डेफेमेशन एंड लाइबल इन अ ईयर ऑन मीडिया. आज अगर उठा के देखें तो पाकिस्तान के से 1947 से लेकर आज तक आपको 100 केसेस भी नहीं मिलते लाइबल के. 100 केसेस भी हमें नहीं मिलते और वहां पे ये उस किस्म के केसेस हमें मिल रहे थे उस वक्त के अंदर. आज वो देखें कि मीडिया इस हद तक ये हो गया है कि वहां पे मीडिया इस हद तक रिस्पॉन्सिबल हो गया है कि दे हैव टू सी इट. क्या ये लाइबल तो नहीं हो रही, क्या कोई डेफेमेशन तो नहीं हो जाएगी. Before they put anything on their contents, they have to see it. Of course, they do not see it when there comes to a question of Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iraq, and any other part of the world. But once they have to do something with their own country, they have to be very conscious and very careful. They will not be scared of, you see, smashing the whole country, but they will be very much cautious when they have to say something about their president, about any person who is member of their Congress, any person who is just a common counselor. They will be very careful about it. मैं कोई केस की एग्जांपल देता हूँ. जस्टिस साहब एक बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग केस में एक किताब है डोरिस बी ग्रेबर. उस किताब का नाम है मीडिया एंड पॉलिटिक्स इन द यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स. ये किताब कोई पब्लिश हुई है मेरे ख्याल में 1990 में. डोरिस बी ग्रेबर एक पॉलिटिकल साइंटिस्ट है और मैस कम्युनिकेशन का एक प्रोफेसर भी है। उसने अपनी किताब में मीडिया एंड पॉलिटिक्स इन द यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स, उसने किताब में लिखा कि एक काउंसलर, उस पे एडिटोरियल में डेफिमेशन हो जाती है, कोई एलिगेशन लग जाता है विच कुड नॉट प्रूव टू बी ट्रू। एडिटोरियल के अंदर कोर्ट में जाता है और यह प्रूव हो जाता है कि न्यूज़पेपर हैज कमिटेड डेफिमेशन। अब सजा का तयन, he did not ask for any kind of compensation in terms of money. Court asked me that, what do you want now? What kind of punishment you want from them? What kind of compensation you want for this definition? Because media is all willing to go for any kind of rebuttal on it. They will be going to publish whatever you want to. He said, no. I must be given a chance to put my rebuttal, myself, in the same way and on the same space and place. And court had given him this right. And this happened to be the first thing in the history of the whole world media that an editorial was written not by the organization, but someone who has been defamed in the editorial. It never have happened in the history of any world probably. इतनी हमारे पास एग्जाम्पल्स भी हैं कि जिस बंदे को डिफेम किया गया था, दैट मैन इज राइटिंग द एडिटोरियल ऑफ ए न्यूज़पेपर एंड दैट ही इज राइटिंग टू क्लियर हिज पोजीशन टू द मासेस. This is something unique, and that happened to show why media should not be very careful then. एग्जाम्पल्स हैं कोर्ट्स की. मीडिया को कैसे केयरफुल नहीं होना पड़ेगा कि किसकी इज्जत कभी भी जाके उछाल दी जाए. मीडिया हैव टू बी ऑफ कोर्स देन वेरी केयरफुल ऑन इश्यूज लाइक दैट. इसके अलावा आप डिसेंसी, और अगर अगले इश्यूज की तरफ आता हूं, अगर आप डिसेंसी की तरफ आएं और ऑब्सीनिटी की तरफ आएं, तो मेरा ख्याल है कि मुझे उस पर कोई ज्यादा बात करने की जरूरत नहीं है. You know that what kind of dresses and what kind of things are being shown in the soap operas, what kind of ads and even the news. If the money बदनाम हो गई, मुझे बच्चों के साथ बैठे हुए फौरी तौर पर मोबाइल रिमोट ढूंढना पड़ता है, किधर रिमोट है कि इसको चेंज किया जाए. इसके अलावा जो चीजें आ रही हैं उसके लिए मैं अपने आप को परेशान महसूस करता हूं. तो क्या मासेस इसके विक्टिम नहीं है? Where we have to take this issue to. मैं किधर लेके ये जाऊं? Of course मैं टीवी बंद नहीं कर सकता. जिस किस्म की एड्स दिखाई जा रही हैं, आप कैटरीना की एड देख लें. अब कोई मेरे ख्याल में इस किस्म की डिसेंसी नाम की चीज अब इंडिया के जो चैनल पे लग रही हैं, जो चीजें आज हमारे चैनल्स पे भी अनएबेटेड अनसेंसर्ड उसी सर्च में लग रही हैं. कुछ तो हमें इस चीज का ख्याल रखने की जरूरत है. कुछ तो हमें इस चीज को देखने की जरूरत है. देखें, अगर आप ये कहते हैं कि दिस इज एन आइडियोलॉजिकल स्टेट, दिस हैज एन आइडियोलॉजी, वी हैव टू रेस्पेक्ट दिस आइडियोलॉजी, एंड वी कैन नॉट लीव द मीडिया सो अनब्राइडल्ड एंड रेनलेस. इवन इन द यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स there are rules and regulations which are basically there to protect the rights of the individuals. आप इंडिविजुअल के राइट्स को प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए, चाहे वो इकोनॉमिक राइट्स हैं, चाहे वो सोशल राइट्स हैं, पॉलिटिकल राइट्स हैं, रूल्स और रेगुलेशंस बने हुए हैं. मीडिया की आजादी एक तरफ है, लेकिन आपकी आजादी भी उतनी ही इंपॉर्टेंट है. आई कैन गिव यू एग्जांपल ऑफ FCC, फेडरल कम्युनिकेशन कमीशन. उनके रूल्स उठा के देखें तो मीडिया आर नॉट दैट अनब्राइडल्ड दैट वी नॉर्मली हैव इन अ कंट्री लाइक दिस, विच इज नॉर्मली, उसको हम कहते हैं कि वो लिबरल स्टेट है. उनको हम कहते हैं कि वो टोटली ऐसी स्टेट है जहां पे मदर पिदर आजादी है. यहां पे जहां पे हम एक आइडियोलॉजिकल स्टेट की बात करते हैं, वहां पर हमें क्यों अपने इन चैनल्स को देखते हुए मोबाइल हाथ में रखना पड़ता है? दिस इज वेरी अनफॉर्चुनेट. ट्रेड के हवाले से देखें, जब मैं आप लोगों की तरह स्टूडेंट था, बड़ी शिद्दत से ख्वाहिश थी कि आई विल ओपन अप अ FM चैनल. मैं FM चैनल शुरू करना चाह रहा था और मैं FM चैनल के लिए कोशिश कर रहा था. मैं इस जगह बैठे हुए ड्रीम देख रहा था कि वन डे आई विल स्टार्ट FM चैनल व्हेन आई विल ग्रो अप, व्हेन आई विल गो आउट ऑफ दिस यूनिवर्सिटी. और मुझे पता था, मैंने उसका एस्टिमेट भी लगाया हुआ था कि सारा का सारा 1 मिलियन के अंदर आसानी से हो जाता है. कहां गया मेरा वो राइट? एम आई गिवन दिस राइट टू ओपन अप एन FM चैनल इन पाकिस्तान? डोंट थिंक ऑफ इट. इवन टंडुआ जंजामे भी हम नहीं खोल सकते. दे गो फॉर एन ओपन बिडिंग. सो द न्यूज इज देयर टू बाइट, जंग इज देयर टू बाइट, Dawn is there to bite. So where is my right? Where is an open competition? हमें जाएं और देखें कि फेडरल कम्युनिकेशन ट्रेड क्या कहती है यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स की, हाउ मच राइट्स दे गिव इट, दे कंट्रोल द मार्केट। मीडिया को आप इस तरीके से एक्सपैंड करने के लिए आप छोड़ नहीं सकते कि जो जो चाहे जितनी बड़ी एम्पायर बनाना चाहते हैं बना सके। और आप और मैं अगर इस पे वाइज हैं, इस पे पढ़े लिखे हैं और हम शुरू करना चाहते हैं, वी वांट टू कम इनटू द कंपटीशन, वी डू नॉट हैव एनी ऑप्शन, एनी अपॉर्चुनिटी टू कम इनटू कंपटीशन। क्या होगा? लखानी ग्रुप आ जाएगा, हाशवानी ग्रुप आ जाएगा, डॉक्टर जफर तो कतई नहीं आ सकता। आप जितना भी मीडिया के बारे में जानते हो, जितना भी इसमें काम करने के शौकीन हो, आई विल ऑलवेज बी वर्किंग एज अ वर्कर ऑफ मीडिया ऑर्गेनाइजेशन। आई वुड नेवर बी एबल टू ओन एनी मीडिया। सो कंपटीशन इज लॉस्ट. There is no space of competition in my country, unfortunately. And where I have to go and contact about things like that, how can I talk about cross-media ownership problem? How can I give this liberty to media to monopolize it? Monopolize the market and monopolize in a very oligarchic way. मेरे पास तो कोई ऐसा राइट नहीं है. This is again a very important issue. मैं अपने दोस्तों के लिए इश्यूज छोड़े जा रहा हूं. मैं क्विकली इधर जाता हूं. फिर पायरेसी एंड कॉपीराइट इश्यूज. किसी भी किस्म की चीज जो मीडिया के अंदर जो प्लेजरिज्म का कॉन्सेप्ट है, थॉट्स का निकल जाना, और कॉपीराइट्स का एक प्रॉब्लम है, पेटेंट्स, इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रॉपर्टी राइट्स, इस हवाले से मेरे ख्याल के मुताबिक हमें थोड़ा सा डिबेट करने की जरूरत है. इन इश्यूज पे भी थोड़ा सा देखने की जरूरत है. अब मैं बिल्कुल इस पे आता हूं कि who should be given this responsibility to talk issues like that on behalf of the people and on behalf of the media? What kind of negotiation between the people and media should go on? How should this issue be settled? How should that issue be addressed? कैसे इन issues को address किया जाए? जितने हम चाहे वो क्रॉस मीडिया ओनरशिप का है, चाहे वो फ्रीडम का है, चाहे वो फेयरनेस डॉक्ट्रीन का है, इम्पार्शियलिटी का है, डिफेमेशन का है, लाइबल एटीट्यूड का है, तो कैसे हम इसको कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं? किस तरह से हम जा सकते हैं? Should this responsibility given to the state to talk about that? They should be there and they should be responsible for devising any kind of code of ethics for media and the people. Should this responsibility be given to the media, that they themselves should sit together and talk about the issues of ethics and then codify those ethics? Who should be given this responsibility? Or there should be a sort of a pluralistic approach towards resolving these issues. I mean, media, the civil society, and the people, and the judiciary, and the people of states. They should sit together. Pluralistically, they should evolve something, and that be, of course, binding for all of them to follow. हमें इस पे जरूर डिबेट करने की जरूरत है. किस मोडस ऑपरेंडाई पे हम जाके काम करें, किस लेवल पे जाके हम काम करें कि हमारे लिए ये सारी चीजें एक्सेप्टेबल हो जाएं. तो मैं इन अल्फाज के साथ आई हैव अ लॉन्ग वे टू गो ऑन दिस बिकॉज this is a very sensitive issues. A lot many things can be discussed. I'm sorry for taking a lot of your time, and thank you very much. And when we will be ending, so we would have some time for question answer to our guests. Thank you very much.